Hey guys, welcome back to another Mayday Mayhem mystery. I am your host, Mayday Mayhem. I told you guys I'd be back with the lighting. My migraines are much better. As you can see, the lighting is very bright, and I just want to show you in comparison on how bright the lighting is. Here's comparison, like the brightness of the lighting. See how bright it is. And when I have a migraine, I cannot take this brightness of this lighting. So, and I want to see y'all to see me and me to see you, even though I can't see you, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. But we will be discussing another Mayday Mayhem mystery. And again, I am your host, Mayday Mayhem. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Again, I want to bring awareness. I am a comedian here in Chicago. And through I find laughter through a lot of pain. And here in Chicago and throughout the world and America, of course, we see a lot of things that happen, and sometimes we have to laugh to keep from crying. So of course, on my uptime, I'm making people laugh and entertaining. But like now on my downtime, I do go through criminal cases and look at criminal cases because that's, of course, again, one of my many passions is laughter and criminal cases. So without further ado, let's get started on our next case for today. And as heartbreaking as it is, I have to talk about children because they are some of the most unprotected that we have. You know, next to the elderly and the defenseless, children are some of the most unprotected. One piece of hair just flaring everyone. That's just unprotected. Children are unprotected. So children, disabled, and elderly, you know, and people that just can't defend themselves properly are kind of close to my heart. Or anyone that shouldn't be harmed or hurt any type of way. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I like to bring awareness to these type of cases and these type of situations, so that if you see the signs, it may be a relative, it may be a neighbor, it may be your child's friend that they're playing with, you know, or it may be something that's going on inside your own household that you may see the signs of what's going on and potentially stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's to bring awareness and to understand that some topics that we might find taboo or don't think that's going on in this day and time, that yes, actually they are still going on in this day and time, and that we still do have murderous moms and devious dads that are set out to kill, maim, and destroy their families for absolutely no reasons, when you could just walk off and leave like anybody else would. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we are talking about Kamarie Holland, which is this beautiful young lady that I'm showing on the screen right now. Let me make myself. Hopefully I'm little. I doubt it though, but this is Kamarie Holland, which was 5 years old. She is no longer with us, and this life did not have to be taken, and it was taken by no one, no other than whom? Her own mother. Yes, her own mother. This actually happened last year, 2021. She was with her mother last, of course. And once you hear the details of what happened, you're going to be astonished and astounded. Of course, if you're a parent like me, or if you have children like me, or nieces, nephews, grandchildren, or any children in your vicinity, foster parent, or just a caretaker of any kind, you're going to be pissed the F off. I'm trying to really curve my cursisms when I'm on YouTube. I have to realize that they don't take too kindly to me cussing on this platform. So if you want to hear my real satire and the validity of how I really feel about these cases, you might want to check out my my podcast at Mayday Mayhem Podcast, which is on all streaming platforms, where I do really deep dive into some of these cases, and I really go candidly on things that I cannot talk about on YouTube or other streaming platforms, because it will get taken down. Like, I have had some things that they have taken completely down. Like, nope, you can't talk about that. Like, I thought this was freedom of speech. It's like, nope, can't talk about that. So if you literally want to hear some things that I talk about like that, you might want to check out my podcast, Mayday Mayhem Podcast, on all streaming platforms. But however, what happened to Kamarie is no child should have to go through. First and foremost, let me get this straight for y'all. This baby had her daddy in her life, okay? Her father had primary custody of her, okay? Let's get that understood, because so many times it's always said that, well, where was the dad? Her father was in her life, okay? She had her dad in her life. Her dad had primary custody of her. Her dad had primary custody. She was actually, now I don't understand, like I've said so many times, like with the West boys and Damari Perry case, I don't know why these people do these heinous things to children around Christmas time and stuff like this. But yet again, she was visiting her. She was visiting mom. Let me pull up her information. Let me pull up her, I have to pull it up on here. Apologize. I'm working from 2 different phones, people. Apologize. I'm going to get it together. Now, she was staying with her mom. Now, her mom says that she stays alone. Now, mom says she stays alone. Mom's name is Kristy Stiple. She looks like a simple-minded ass. I'm gonna keep it cute. Her name is Kristy Stiple. Now she says she was sleeping, and she wakes up, and the baby's gone. And that's always the story. They wake up, and the baby is gone. She wakes up, the baby's gone. She doesn't know what happened. She gets into an argument. A missing report. Now see, that's the thing. She gets into an argument. Like, well, who the hell did she get in an argument with? She gets into an argument with She gets into an argument with him. Her friend, which I guess he allegedly owns the house or whatever. She gets into an argument with him, and somehow, some way, he leaves the house with her. It's an elaborate story. Fuck that. Let's skip that. Let's get to the real situation of what happened. What really happened was she had been selling this baby. She had been selling her 5-year-old daughter for some time now. And that's probably why the dad had custody of her. Now, she was in where was she in Alabama? I want to say. She was in Alabama. Sorry for the pause. I'm not frozen or anything. I'm just reading. I want to say she was in Alabama. Because the story is so back and forth, because they even have a gag order on it, and it's so much dealing with Jeremy Williams that the story is so meshed together. Like, it's so much with this story. It's a lot with this story. It's a lot. Okay. Mom had been selling this baby. Okay. Now she's 5 years old. She's supposed to be extradited back to Alabama. Okay. The baby was found in Georgia. Okay. She was supposedly came up missing in Alabama. She sold the baby to Jeremy Williams. Okay. Now keep this in mind. Now listen to everything that I'm finna tell you, because you can look this shit up. It's all true. She sold this itch right here. Sold her baby to him. They don't know what she sold her for, but she sold him to him. They found the baby on the side of a house that he used to own, dead. Okay. She had been assaulted, strangled, brutally murdered. Okay. She's deceased. All right. They have put a gag order on everything else, so we don't know the whole ballistics of everything until, they really go to the arraignment in court and everything, which will probably be later on this year, since everything just pretty much happened around December 14th, 15th, and they did like one arraignment around December 30th or 29th. Now, he, of course, killed her. He killed Kamarie. He killed her. Of course, her father's family wants. Now, mom is going to face life in prison, which I believe she should get the death penalty. I believe he should get the death penalty. But there's a twist to the story with Jeremy Williams. Now, he was married once before, okay? He was married to an Air Force woman in Alaska. Her 1-year-old child came up dead in 2005. Somehow, some way, this slimy son of a somehow he got out of it, okay? He fled that case, okay? They could never had enough substantial evidence to charge him with that murder of his own 1-year-old child. And that case is still open and pending in Alaska, okay? Now, he was also charged with the burning of a 3-year-old child from the waist down with boiling hot water. Can you hear me? Can you hear me that? Did you hear me? Yes, you heard me. Boiling hot water from the waist down with a 3-year-old little boy. And somehow, some way, those cases were unfound. Now, he has been getting away with all type of ish all down the line. Now, allegedly, he may be tied to up to 20 murders. You see what I'm saying? How I be talking about serial killers? Like we have a few of them here in Chicago, Illinois. You see how I be talking about serial killers? Now, we just ran up on a serial killer where a woman was literally selling her child to one. And let's not get it twisted. With the murder of Kamarie Holland, there's also child click pornography going on there. There is other pedophilia acts going on there. So imagine what else that has been going on throughout these years. Let's not forget 2005, that was the death of the 1-year-old child that he had with the I want to say Air Force or a Navy woman in Alaska. That was just 2005. So they are charging him. You know, they're looking back at this case, and he could obviously maybe tell them about 20 more alleged other cold cases. So I'm asking this question because this is proof that there are serial killers out here, and we're just walking down the street with them, talking to them. Women are selling their children to them. They own houses. They own property. They look just like this motherfucker right here. Look at him. Look at him. That is a serial killer. Right there. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Look him up. Look him up. I ain't lying to y'all. I don't have to lie to kick it. They are talking about he could be possibly charged with more murders. Yes. He told the courts he didn't even want an attorney because he know what he did was absolutely wrong. But they did order a gag order in excuse me, in Kamarie's case. They really did order a gag order. So everyone, please, and I say this with the utmost sincerity, be careful out here. Be careful who you leave your kids with. Be careful who you lay down and have kids with. This man did not intend for his daughter to come back in a casket for New Year's. He didn't intend that. The Holland family did not intend that. He intended for his child to go visit with her, his dumbass baby mama, and come back home. That's what he figured. Him not knowing that she was selling her. Not knowing this. But see, we have some judges out here that allows and makes the children, well, you have to give them visitation rights. And this is what happens. Now, if Kamarie would have never had any visitation rights with her mother, maybe she would still be alive because she wouldn't have been able to have been sold off to her mother and been killed by this trifling, disgusting dude. If she would have never had any visitation, she would still be alive because she would have been with her father's family and she would still be alive in the safe arms of her father. Because don't forget, dad had full custody. Dad had full custody. But, you know, you do have some judges. Well, if you don't let them see them, or if you don't give them their rights, we're going to put you in jail. And look at what has happened. Now, is it right to keep the child from the adjoining parent? No. But in this situation, if the child would have been kept away, would the child still be alive? Look at the situation we in. She was a trifling ass mama from the get-go. You selling your kid for what? And then you come up with a cockamamie story. Oh, I went to sleep and I woke up at 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock and she was gone. And no, that's because you sold her between that time. That's why, sweetheart. That's all it is. That's it. That's all. So I say this with the most sincerity. Be careful with who you have your kids around, who your little boyfriend is, who your little girlfriend is, who your family members is, who anybody is. Be very careful who you have your children around. Like I said, be careful who you lay down with, men and women. Women are not exempt from this. Men are not exempt from this. You have grieving families that this didn't have to happen to. This baby did not have to lose her life. So, I'm going to end this stream the way I always end all my streams. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. Do better today than you did yesterday and strive for a better tomorrow today. I will link down below the police interview from when they released about Kamarie Holland and the description of what happened. I will link that below. Just be kind, be nice to everyone, you know. Treat people as though you would want to be treated. And just be nice and helpful to others. And just watch out for each other. Watch your kids, watch each other's kids. You know, like it used to say, it takes a village. Let's become that village that we used to be. Let's look out for each other and look out for each other's kids, okay? Be safe, be kind, and be helpful. And I'll see y'all next time.